basically what we're doing is that we have a little problem. We have a lot of flowers and buds out in the field that we got to get harvested and get them dry. So we're getting ready to put together our drying facility. The best way to dry is to air dry. There's a lot of machinery that you could have, but the problem with some of that machinery is that, yes, it does thousands of pounds per hour, but the problem is that you lose the CBD oil. If you just hang dry it, you could need something like 50 to 60,000 square feet of a barn or a building to be able to hang dry all, 80 acres. So that's why that's the best method of doing it is hang drying it. So the other option is you have some kind of machinery that dries it and does about 1,000 pounds in an hour. But the problem with that, you may lose. A friend of mine just lost 20% of the CBD count by just using a peanut trailer. And in probably about a day, he lost 50% of the revenue. Boom, gone. And you don't know that until after you've dried it with the peanut trailer. And then you find out, and then you go to the lab and you get it tested. And about 3 days later, when you get your lab results back, you've lost 50% of your revenue because you dried them out too much. So with this solution here, we're trying to retain the oil, which retains the revenue, which retains the quality, but also reduce the timeline.
Everyone just want to hold on to the little information they do have on it, on how to do this and how to do that. They want to be the first to say, oh, I did it. Instead of, if you did it last year, you didn't do it right. If you did it this year and didn't do it right, maybe you can go somewhere else and talk about it with somebody else. And
he's been a blessing. Because of the fact that, he's been the naysayer, but also he's been helping with the idea to generate to make it work as well too.
Kevin calls you Swiss Army knife. You're the utility man.
On everything, I guess. I try to learn it all. I'm this kind of person. If I'm in it, I want to know everything about it. Y'all owe me. That's like anything else. You gotta try to learn it. I don't know if my mic on. My mic on? They've been on the whole time. We had a guy say he grew some last year. The highest percentage he ever seen in CBD oil was 8%. 8%. He asked how we get 20-something. Yeah, feeding it, nutrients. Water can only do so much. If we just drink water, what happens to us? Without proteins or anything else. Water is just something for hydrate. Keep you hydrated.
This is not normal to have this kind of greenness at this part of the season, but that's because of the nutrients that we're giving it, the water we're giving it, and because of, it's October and it's going to be 85 degrees today. So all those combinations put the field in this kind of condition at this late in the season, but it's still not ready. Sad part. I'm ready. Some of the plants are not ready. This plant right here, this is a lot of weight. And you got the buds from, top to bottom, which is really good because of the fact that you can have, like this plant right here is better than that plant right there. Even though that plant is taller, look at how this one is filled out. If you were to leave this plant here, all these leaves right here will just continue to fill in. And that's where we're saying by harvesting earlier, we might be losing 10% because of the fact that the plants are still growing.
They're drooping on top. Is that just because they're too heavy?
They're too heavy. That's good. That's a good problem. That's because they're picking up the weight. The plants will tell you what they like and don't like. And that's where the scouting comes in. I can't see that from my computer. I can see the water, I can see an effect, but it's nothing like walking out here and looking at the plants and saying, okay, is this plant getting enough water or enough nutrients or ants or insects are attacking it or whatever. So from the naked eye, people will say, oh, this is ready to harvest. And we've gotten into arguments with my team and the people were saying, hey, let's take these down, Kevin, they're ready. And then, people who've done this for many years come in and says, here's what you need to look at. So this plant may have a whole nother week to grow. And what I've been told is that it picks up the majority of the CBD oil content in the last 2 weeks of its life. Now, you got to catch it, because if you don't catch it, let's just say we let this plant sit out here for another month, then it's going to go backwards, and the CBD oil content will go the opposite direction. But that's what we're trying to catch them right at the right time. Like this gut is soft, so sometimes I'll feel them. If they're real still kind of squishy and they're not filling in, then they still got, that means this one's still got room to grow. Some local people would say that of growing hemp, they would say, what seeds? We don't see any seeds, Kevin, because they have seeds all over their plants. But the problem with that is that if you get one seed, then the processor or the buyer looks at it and says, well, you got multiple seeds. No different than when my father we grew corn, and we would have these peas in the field, and then we would take the corn to the market and they had peas in it. And then therefore we get a lower price. So the same concept exists here. So what we want to do is get the plants out now that we know have seeds in it. You got to really look for them. You know, get them out early, and then be able to separate those into another grade of plants. So therefore, when the processor says you have seeds, I'm going to say, nope, here are the ones that had seeds in them. Okay, I'll agree that those are A- quality. They're still 26% oil, CBD oil. Here are the ones that don't have seeds in it. And this is AAA quality. You know, it's just an extra step for the processor to be able to have to go through if they got to remove a seed. Where's the seed? Do you see a seed? Where? Yeah. Let me see, yeah, there's one right there. That's the part of this is that, you know, when I walked this field when we first started, said I wasn't going to scout like my dad scouted. I was going to do it with all technology. But with this crop, it's next to impossible to do it with all technology. You have to walk the fields, and that's what they do. We clean, when we're cleaning, we're walking, looking for male plants. Now, that one seed, I mean, I've seen farmers around here got seeds all over these things because they didn't manage it. All is not lost because we'll find this one seed inside the room. But if it had 100 seeds on, which it could, then you're really talking about taking your quality down. So, you know, so then you get deducted 50% because of seeds. We need to harvest 1 acre of plants today.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Are you ready for a long day today?
Yeah.
Okay, great.